Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're gonna be doing the Guild Wars. Guild Wars Wild Plains. So we got Wild Plains Guild Wars Team Day 2 versus Top Guilds 5-0. And I'm 183-2 overall. Now I had to go back and count, so I might be off by, I'm not sure. I went back and counted, so I didn't just guess on that. But seems like there was one month where we did not have Guild Wars. I think I remember that too. So they started the new Guild Wars. It was Broken Spire, and then it was like at the end of March 2025. It's at the end of March 2025, and then in April we didn't have it. They were probably tweaking it, fixing it, was the first one, blah, blah, blah. Then May was the second one. I think it was like Divinion Fields or something like that. So, it's March, skip April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and this is January. So we've had 9 of them. There's 20 fights in each. That's 180 fights. And I've only lost 2 times. And we've had 5 fights so far, so 185 total. I've lost 2, so I'm 183-2. And against top guilds, real guilds. So, not just steamrolling AI guilds. But sometimes you get those. It's just if you fight 4 guilds on the weekend, even if you're a top guild, sometimes you get a little AI guild. They were even talking about that in the forums. How the number 1 guild on PlayStation, which is what I'm on right now, got passed up by the number 4 guild or something, because the number 4 guild faced an AI guild and got like 19 points for it, while like the number 1 guild beat the number 2 guild or something and only got like 5 or 6 points or something weird. So they're like discussing it on the forums, and they think it should be fixed, and you shouldn't get that many points for beating a completely dead AI guild, especially at the top of the leaderboard where the number 1 guild did nothing wrong except for, I think, go undefeated. But it says we were defeated by yesterday's opponent. It doesn't say who, but I think that's true. But let's run a trial while I set up the stream here. What week is it? What week is it? I should know this. It was Necromancer. It was Kitar. Yeah. I did the class trial yesterday on my new account. So I knew it was Necromancer, which means Kitar. Alright, you guys watch this while I set the stream up. I do all the back-end business. The back-end business. I made a goal on the ghost train, a joke, and I said the reward was cheeks, and that's kind of suspect, and now I'm talking about doing the back-end. Anyway. Oops, I pushed the wrong button there. Okay. So you guys watch this, and I'll set her up, and then we'll get going on this Guild Wars. Wild Plains Guild Wars Team Day 2 versus Top Guilds 5-0. 183-2 overall. Gems of War Live 1/9/2026. Let's copy that. Paste it in. Our nearly 9-year-old baby that we're trying to keep alive here. That I forgot to change that part. Oh well. When I made that, we just became an 8-year-old. Now we're nearly 9. That's how long we've been struggling, I guess. Gems of War live streams, done. No, I am not AI. Let's put some tags. We got Gems of War. New Guild Wars. Gems of War, Guild Wars, offense. Gems of War, Guild Wars, defense. Gems of War, Wild Plains, maybe? Maybe you say Wild Plains. Oh, maybe you say it. Alright, that's fine, I don't care. Let's do those. Alright, I got the thumbnail in a couple of minutes if anybody shares it out still, which I hope they do if the Discord still exists. Then, a couple minutes probably to let it settle in there, and then share it out to hopefully hundreds of people on the Discord. No. Alright, Gems of War. Doot. Save. That's the game we're playing, by the way. Gems of War. Boop, boop. Save that. I'm almost ready, y'all. I should be done before this fight's over with. Probably sooner. Alright, I think I got everything. Maybe we can copy-paste in the tags to the description. Even though I don't have that many. Better than nothing. Paste that. Save it. Okay. Alright, I think I'm good. Let's jump into the chat, see who's here. Saw Tyrion with the $2 on the Ghost Train. Thank you so much, running out there. We rode it hard and put it up wet last month. We jumped the gap. We crashed on the other side type stuff. So we're trying to fix her back up. She's broke down a little bit in the garage. Tyrion's trying to get in. The door's jammed or something. He can't even get in there. We haven't really made it to the train this month yet, I don't think. So it's broke down. It's in the garage, and Tyrion's knocking on the door trying to get in there to work on it. But, you know, he's getting there. He's like, nobody's here. The manager's not here. The manager's supposed to be here. Well, I'm here, so you better fix my... I can't clock in because I can't get in there. So, but I'm here. So, you know, if nobody comes in, I still get paid. And I'm going to act like I was here all day waiting outside. And I'm going to get me 8 or 9 hours. I'm not going to call nobody. No. I'm just going to act like I was here all day, get paid. I'm going to leave, though, in about 30 minutes. Maybe an hour. Hour and a half. I'm going to leave. But, I was here. And nobody opened the door, so I get paid a full day. I want to change this. Let's see if this does anything. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's publish that. Okay. Here we are. Alright, here's the chat. I found it. Alright, hit that like button. Finger the thumb. Turn in your ticket to the train. Don't be a turnstile jumper. Don't be a hobo. Hit the button. Hit some hearts. Hit some hype. Sana with the freaking gifted. Trying to help Tyrion. She is the manager, obviously. She's a moderator. They're both moderators, but Sana's the manager. And Tyrion's like a shift lead or something. So Sana's like, no, I'm here, okay? You don't get paid for free. You know, we're gonna get in here, we're gonna figure it out. I didn't bring my keys, but we'll find the key. Maybe it's under the mat. Go look under the mat, Tyrion. Yeah, you won the original chat. Yeah. Tyrion's here, Sana's here. Takshaka's in the Soul Forge? Nice. You suck, giant donkey. You went 3 and 2? 4 and 1 maybe? Yeah, Takshaka, jeez. Well, I just got Ironhawk on my new account, so there's no way I'm getting that. Oh well, you know, I had to invest into it. I had to do it for the new account. If it was literally like I want to get the best troop I can right now on the new account, and if I was selfish, which this applies to nobody else. I'm not saying anybody else is selfish or anything like that. I was just saying, like, with the new account, it's a weird situation. Like, I'm not going to be playing it forever. I'm only going to be playing it for another month, maybe. 2 max. So, to get Ironhawk... To get 1 Ironhawk on that new account is the right thing to do, and that's why I did it, so everybody else would do it if they're following along. But for my specific, like, as I play the game the next month or 2, I'm not going to be able to use Ironhawk, so if I could go, yeah, I probably should have got Takshaka instead of Ironhawk, because I could actually use Takshaka with, like, Queen Beatrix or with Shagarath or something like that, or double, yeah, be sick, but now to actually help. But, I had to do it because that's what you should do. So I went ahead and used my 4,000 diamonds on Ironhawk. And I won't be able to get another one. So I'm gonna, you know, but it is what it is. I had to do it. So you would do it if you're following along out there. Because it's definitely the smartest move to get Ironhawk. Even though you can't do anything with it. It just, you gotta invest into it. You gotta put it to the side. Now you don't have to, you already spent half the diamonds for the team. Bad connection? Uh-oh. Anybody else having trouble? Anita's here! Yo, how's it going? Anybody else? Cool booty? What up, odd one out? I see you in the guild all the time. Posted to the cord? Thank you. Tyrion. Just here so you don't get fined. Anita's here. Anita's here. Hope you're feeling better, both of y'all ladies. I hope y'all ladies are feeling better. I know both of y'all weren't... Anita's still recovering and Sana wasn't feeling well, so I hope both of the ladies are feeling better. If I could do anything to help, I would, but, you know, I'm way over here in stinky Ohio, the armpit of the United States, so I can't do anything but encourage and send happy thoughts your way and maybe pray for you or something. But wish I could help. I wish y'all were feeling the best you could feel every day. Can't help it though. Alright. Taking entirely too long to get going here. What did I do there? I just got rid of my chat somehow. Oh no, there it is. I found it. I lost it, then I found it. Alright, I got it. Alright, let's get started. So we won. This shows something. This does something. It's not, I mean, I'm not playing, but the auto battler is doing the trial, but it shows you that you could auto battle the Keytar trial. So I think it's useful information while I set up the stream. Okay, so you're just a shift lead? I don't know. Because that just fit the story, man. Usually ladies make better managers. You would get on a power trip, you know you would. You'd get on a power trip, you'd be sitting at the desk with your feet up, just ordering everybody around. I think certain places, ladies make better managers. Certain places. At our certain place, the ladies are the managers. Why am I just a shift lead? Hey, at least you're something. Come on. You get paid more. Maybe they're the train managers and you're a manager or something like that. All right. So Guild Wars is the main thing I think everybody's interested in. Not sure how long we're going to be going today. I never know really, unless there's a hard out or something. Today there's not really a hard out, but I don't know. We'll see. So far so good though. Guild Wars. Let's see. I feel like I forgot one thing. I don't know. I'm good. I don't know what I'm doing. He was leaning into the joke. What'd you say? Here, just so you don't get fined? Okay, I see. Anita with the gifted, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Went to Gerardo. Chad with a 2. There's another shift lead. All of our managers and shift leads are showing up to work today. It's awesome. Who'd yours go towards? Yours went to Mark Bolden, Sana. Nice. Yeah, get that train out. Whip it out. Show it to everybody. Helicopter it. Get a free peep. Alright, Guild Wars, everybody. That's what everybody cares about. Let's go. Oh, let's do the Soul Forge real quick. I'm an idiot. I'm a scatterbrain. But this might be something, hey, you know, what if there's something in here that you could use on Guild Wars? Maybe there's a crazy Wild Plains Mythic or something. You never know. So you kind of want to look at your options before you get started for the day. Maybe you haven't got your campaign stats yet. Maybe you could medal a certain troop that you're using in Guild Wars. Like, make sure you're super prepared for the fights. Like, I think I should technically probably get my campaign stat if I wanted max stats before I go in there, but I'm going to be too lazy and it would take too much time. I don't think I have, like, my max. I didn't finish the campaign yet for this week or something. But just by the way, just a little min-max, just a little advice. If there's anything you can do to get a couple of more stats before you start doing your Guild Wars fights, especially if they're difficult fights, like if you're just rolling, steamrolling, which a lot of people are. This isn't like my new account steamrolling. You know, I'm steamrolling. So on this account here, it's pretty much real guilds every single time, top 30 guilds every single time, hard fights every single time. But I'm sure we're going to run up against an AI guild here soon, every once in a while too. But on like in other guilds, you're facing like all dead guilds. So it probably don't matter to some of y'all, but if you're facing really hard guilds, you want to get every stat that you can get before you start for the day. It's just a good idea either way, really, but maybe go look at the troops you're using, see if you can gold elite them. Maybe look at the campaign, make sure you got all those stats. If you're close to a kingdom power or level, maybe go get that, or I don't know. Stuff like that. Alright, let's look at this before we get started so I don't forget. Ooh, look, I need this. Not that it's good, I always get excited, and then I feel like people start crafting it because I get excited. But it's just for me. If you're free to play, not even free to play, I think that's a PvP troop. So not just free to play people, like everybody might need this. Triviamus. But it's not good, so if you're saving up for other stuff. This is for high level players who are just into the collection purposes phase of the game, like me, maybe like Beg for Mercy, like Treviamus is in the Soul Forge, and I'm pretty sure I need it. I currently own 0 of these troops at level 0, so I definitely need it. So let's go ahead and craft it. Boom shakalaka. A new troop. You love to see it. When you've been playing the game this long, you love to see a new troop. Alright, 16 blue-green Merlantis Merfolk Beast. Deal damage to all enemies and jumble their team. If there is a storm, deal 10 more damage, then create an ice storm. It's nothing too special. Okay, Takshaka is amazing. Top 10 mythic. Top 10 mythic. Maybe top 5. Really, 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 really good. Of the craftable mythics that come via diamonds, it's a top 5. You know, when I do a top 20 mythics list, I have to put in like Chrysanthrax, Stellaryx, Maelstrom Dagonath, Zul'Goth, which aren't included in the crafting in the Soulforge with Diamonds mythics. So I think this is a top 5 crafting in the Soulforge with Diamonds mythic. So you can't go wrong getting this Takshaka, unless you're specifically saving up for Ironhawks, I guess. Takshaka's amazing, totally recommended. S tier mythic. Maybe S minus, but it's S tier. A plus, S minus, something like that. Alright, so let's just call out all the mythics that are available. We got Dow. We got Onyx Giant. We got Virago. And we have Takshaka. So Takshaka head and shoulders above the rest. The rest of them are nothing compared to Takshaka. Takshaka is awesome. So top 10 overall mythic, top 5 of the craftable mythics, Takshaka. And you want multiples too, so it's one of those. It's the type of mythic I'm always talking about, why you don't get the crappy new mythics. That way you have more keys to get really good mythics that you need multiples of, like Takshaka. 26 blue, red, yellow, Mist of Scales, Divine Naga. Deal true damage to an enemy and a random enemy. Then create a mix of 20 blue and green gems. That's really great. That's awesome. And then it has this. Create a ×3 wildcard when my turn begins. Reduce damage from skulls by 30%. So it's doing a Kafru thing. It's doing an Emberclaw thing. It's doing a Zarg Boompile thing right there with its third trait. It was the first one of those to come in that was worth using, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember. Did Emberclaw come first or did Takshaka come first? But, you know, Theo came in. People got all excited, but it really wasn't a good one. But it was a signal that, hey, we're about to get these troops that are going to do this thing. It wasn't quite there yet, you know? People got a little bit too excited about Theodorovich. But it did bring in that mechanic that eventually did become good. So it was, I guess, a little bit of too soon excitement, but maybe it was a sign of things to come. So, and then Emberclaw and Takshaka came in, and those are actually good. And Takshaka has a really good spell, too. So, like, Kafru's third trait is usually a little bit better than Takshaka's, right? But Takshaka's spell is better than Kafru's spell. So, if you need something that's going to be able to kill the enemy, let's say you're trying to get something up with either Takshaka or Kafru, and that thing dies. Like, maybe it's Chrysanthrax, maybe it's Stellaryx, maybe it's Ruby Weapon, whatever it is. You know, you're doing the triple Kafru or the double Kafru or the triple Takshaka or the double Takshaka and getting up something else. Well, if that something else dies and you have Kafrus, it's annoying at best, you know, and sometimes you'll lose. His spell sucks and you're going to be sitting there like screaming at the screen. It doesn't suck, but it's not good by himself. Kafru is not good by itself. Takshaka's good by itself, and it's good with itself, and it's good with other things. It's just a really good troop all around. Kafru's really good for its third trait, and its spell is okay for like brown converting, you know, getting up other brown troops and stuff, but Takshaka's good all the way around the board. It's good with itself, it's good with other troops, it's got a good spell, and it has a good third trait, so it's one of the best mythics in the game, honestly. And don't you fear it when you see it in Guild Wars and it's on the other team? What do you fear more, Takshaka or Kafru, you know? Like, I would rather see Kafru than Takshaka. But Caffrey is the best way to, like, get up Chrysanthrax. Chrysanthrax, Caffrey, Mirage Queen. It's not Chrysanthrax, Takshaka, Mirage Queen anymore. But just all around, just the spell, just the third trait, just true damage, man. It's, like, really good. It's one of my favorite mythics in the game, probably, Takshaka. It's a cool freaking snake dragon hydra thing. Sick. It's like rainbow. It's mean. It's a mean rainbow snake dragon hydra. Yes, you should get it if you can. Yes. That's a yes from me. Alright, the second best in here is going to take a big dip and is not really worth crafting, but it would probably be the Onyx Giant. The Onyx Giant. The Onyx Giant. It's okay. It's not bad. It's grown on me a little bit. I used to hate it, and then it started growing on me. It goes good with Baldur. If you make an all-blue team, since it's blue and it also does skulls, it's grown on me for sure. I don't hate it anymore. I kind of actually slightly like it. 21 blue, purple, brown, Stormheim, Elemental Giant. It's like a B tier. It's pretty good. It's better than mid-tier Mythic. It's not a top 20 though. It's not a top 30, but it's better than the middle of the pack. It's above average to good. Probably B tier, B minus. Deal scatter damage that converts 8 gems of a chosen color to Uber Doom Skulls. So you can really make that. That's a good spell. Scatter damage, and then you cast on a color that there's 8 or less of, and you will know exactly what's going to happen on the board, and then hopefully you get an extra turn. You kind of only cast on a color if it'll give you an extra turn for sure. Like, you're going to know for sure that you're getting an extra turn, because it has 8 or less on the board, so every single one of them is going to change to an Uber Doom Skull. And then you're going to get a 4 match of Skulls, hopefully, if you did it right. And now you did a bunch of scatter damage for free, and then hit him with a bunch of Skulls, and got an extra turn. Create 2 Uber Doom Skulls when I take Skull damage. That usually doesn't happen, because he's usually not in first slot. But he does reduce damage from Skulls by 50%. I mean, he could be in first slot. I just usually don't put him there. So that's the second best Mythic in the Soul Forge. It's a good one. It's above average. It's B tier. Next up would be, we got Dow or Virago. So Virago's trash, I feel. So Dow would be number 3, but he's not that good either. He's probably below average. I call Shabana Vespera like average. So Dow is the worser version of those two. And so he's probably like below average. So he's like a D plus or a C minus. 26, red, purple, brown, Leonis Empire, Elemental Mystic. Eliminate 24 from a random skill on an enemy. Destroy 8 gems of one of their mana colors. Then repeat 2 more times for random enemies. So you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know which enemy. It's stupid. I don't like it. 30% chance to summon a Servant of the Tao and matching 4 or more gems. Another trashy Mythic. So we got 2 good ones and 2 bad ones. Another trashy Mythic is... No, it's not super trash, but I don't know. You know, below average. It's more a good description. Virago. Forest of Thorns, Divine Elemental, 22 green, red, purple. Barrier and enchant all allies, gain life. And that's it. Which would be cool, I guess, if it was like a third trait. It'd be cool if she was like empowered. It'd be cool if it happened quicker. But it just takes too long, and by the time you barrier and enchant all allies, most of the time the fight's going to be over. So she's really not my favorite. I don't really like these kind of mythics because you're assuming that your fight's going to take forever. You're assuming you're going to have time to actually do this. You're assuming that this enchant is going to do anything. What are you gonna get her up and then cast that, and then everybody's gonna get 2 mana when you're already halfway through the fight, or even closer? Like, you might be 75% through the fight. Yay, all my troops are getting 2 mana now when the fight's almost over. Yay, I'm already super winning and they all got barrier. Or you're super losing, and the barrier will come in handy if you're super losing, but your team is a team that's losing, and Virago's on it, so I wonder why you're losing. I don't like those type of mythics. I don't like Virago type of mythics. If you have a really good team with 3 troops and you just don't know what else to do, and Virago covers another color or something, then maybe, but that's it. I don't like her. So get Takshaka. Alright, the weapons don't change, but the legendaries do. We got Triviamus, which is a PvP legendary, so if you did not get it via silver marks, you can get it now, and I did not get it with silver marks, so I got it now. I'm not saying it's good or anything, but just wanted to shout that out. You don't really craft legendaries, right? You craft only Tesla or Ember Claws, and you leave the rest to your keys, your random keys. What else is in here? Umberwolf used to be good. It's still unique. Imps are just imps. Collection purposes. Umberwolf has the Dark Storm at the start of every turn, which is kind of unique. It's a perpetual purple storm. So troops that do that are useful. So he's useful, but he's just not amazing anymore. The Ghost Queen's great. 50% start for Undead. So if you somehow, for some reason, had to get a legendary, it'd probably be the Ghost Queen. She's a good troop, and she's a 50% start for Undead. And Undead are pretty good. So I would say the Ghost Queen's number 1. Ghost Queen's number 1. Probably Treviamos number 2. Umberwolf number 3. Automol Imp number 4. So that's all your Soulforge troops that are available to craft right now, ranked. And yeah, Takshaka would be the one to get. Alright, Guild Wars. And let's catch up in the chat too. Alright, Anita shows up, and the 2 managers plus the shift leads finally get the door open. They figure it out. They find the key under the mat, and they're in the garage, and they're trying to fix the train. So dirty today. Who came first? Was it you? Are you a quickie? Trey with the 150, then the 150, then the 2. What does that add up to? 5? Thank you, dude. I know it came in before Cafru. Emberclaw was the summer event legendary that year. Okay. Odd one out. Choo choo. Let's go. Choo choo poo poo. Sana says new PvP season on Monday. Remind to use up all icons. Great information. Thank you so much, Sana. Sana with the Soul Forge and Sana with that. I forgot to say it, and that's important. I should be saying that. The PvP season is ending this week, so make sure you buy those books. Use those icons. You're going to waste... You're going to have to get VP back up to buy books, right? So buy as many books as you can, like right now. I need to do that. And then icons, you need to use them now, because if you don't, they're only going to be worth like 20% of their value. Trey is here. Yo, the Warrens, Trey, I think maybe wait till we're level 16, I'm thinking. Like, at least get our 16 spells. At least. So we'll probably do like the Northern Bandits next. If you're still there. Your birth sign is Virago. Mike Sheard is here. Do you think it's worth me getting a 3rd Takshaka? Kind of depends what else you have. Most teams use 2 Takshakas, so a 3rd Takshaka. It's a very interesting conversation, like 3rd Takshakas and 3rd Ironhawks and 3rd Zarg Boom Piles and 3rd Cafrus. Like, where do they fit in like the order of crafting mythics? Most of the time you only use 2 Takshakas, so it depends what else you have or don't have, I would say. If you have 2 Ironhawk, you'd have to have 2 Ironhawks first. You'd probably want 2 Cafrus first. You'd probably want at least 2 Zargs first. I would say that. That'd be my checklist. And if you have all of that, then a 3rd Takshaka, you'd probably still want some other things first, probably. Still, like High King Iron Gut, you probably still want that first. Probably like Arachnean Weaver and a few other mythics first. Like, you'd have to get all of those first. I don't know if I'd get even though it's there right now and you can get it and it's the 3rd one. Like, normally you don't use 3 Takshakas. I think when it first came out, like 3 was okay. But like right now, we're not really using 3 anymore, so... I mean, there are some defensive teams that use 3, I guess. And it's a good, like, it wouldn't be a bad craft. A 3rd Takshaka is definitely not a bad craft. Like, a 3rd Takshaka would be better than crafting Dao. A 3rd Takshaka would be better than crafting Virago. Would a 3rd Takshaka be better than crafting the Onyx Giant? I don't know. It's pretty close right there. That would be around it'd be like crafting the Onyx Giant, kind of. Crafting a 3rd Takshaka. Hopefully that helped. I don't know. I can't answer... I'd have to look at your account to know. You already got the rest of the top mythics? Then yeah, if it's going to be useful, if it's going to be... Tyrion says it's a decent legendary since it's the only way to get it. Now I'd recommend mid to end game players definitely craft it. Tyrion says I'm saving icons for next week. 20% Monday is more beneficial. Yeah, I mean, there is a strat to just letting them roll over. But most people should probably get the full value right now. I guess. But the 20%, yeah. That's a strat too. I mean, only let it roll over if you're very specifically doing that strategy. Don't forget and let them roll over. It's pretty much what I'm saying. Don't forget and let your icons roll over. If you want to use them now. And they're worth so you can get the full value. You have 800k VP and not likely to make #1 this week, so a quick start next week is preferable. I feel ya. I definitely feel you on that. Alright. Caught up in the chat. So let's get to it. Let's get tits. We'll start here. My guild's keep. Have you guys seen my defensive team? It's not great, but every other place was already defended, right? So I was looking at places with only one person, and this one came up, and look, DC United was there. So I'm like, hey, I'll stand next to you, DC. So I made a little giant team. Just Balder. Here's where you would use the Onyx Giant. That's a good it's like topical. Onyx Giants in the Soul Forge. Here's the Onyx Giants team. Now, are people going to lose to that team in Guild Wars? Maybe not, but it's the only thing I could come up with for that restriction. Just making sure it's not a walk. Like, they can't just walk over that one. Maybe they get scared and run away or go to a different one. So, Warriors Tower, the restriction's Giant. I did Jar of Eyes, Balder, Onyx Giant, which is more of an offensive team than a defensive team, but hopefully it works. I don't know. Boosts, I just went all in on level 70 because there's not much else to spend silver marks on. Roster, I'm in second this week. I got first on the very first time you could get Paragon, and I got second on the second time. But I am in the lead, I think, right now. Like, the Paragon got 1,364, I got 1,369, so I'm up by 5. But I didn't, like, you know, most other people didn't go 5-0 on the first day. They would have had to have, like this person did, but they've fought twice and they don't even have 2,000 points yet, so they're probably not fighting correctly. Like, this person only did 1 fight on the first day, so that's definitely... I think I'm in first place right now. Unless there's another person with 5. There's not. So I'm in first place right now. What if I get Paragon again? But it's very tough because Waco's really good. And I was able to squeak it out in the first one, but they got it in the second one. So it's fun to have competition. So that's everything on that screen. Leaderboard, so we're looking at the Horde of Radan. So far they have 0 points. Maybe I'll get an actually easy guild this time. Where the hell are they? I don't even see them. So maybe I got an AI guild this time. That sucks for the stream, because I'd rather face like a super hard guild for fun to make an interesting stream, but it also gives me fills me with relief that I'll probably go 5-0 again. The Horde of Radan. Like, never heard of them, and they have 0 points. So, and they're nowhere on the top 50. This never happens for me, honestly. You guys have seen most of my fights, and I'm usually fighting somebody in the top 30. And I haven't had any walks yet, I don't think. Maybe like 1 or 2, but barely. 90-something% of the time I'm facing real guilds, and they're in the top 30 or at least. Looks like I finally got like an AI crappy guild. For the first time, I think. It's the first time I've noticed. Alright, rewards. So, morale bonus is based on how many people are defending for your guild. So, there's like no reason not to defend. It's so annoying. It's just like kind of selfish not to do it. You're costing your whole guild like resources and rewards by not defending. You could put any old stupid little team, and it would give them a higher morale bonus. So it's kind of annoying when people don't defend, because it's so easy to do, and you're helping everybody in your guild. It's kind of annoying. We should have 300. I think plus 300% is the max. So we only have like a little bit over half of our guild defending. All right, let's go to war. I'll show you my team. My team did face a real guild yesterday. I showed the video. And it's still up for members only. I put it to members only because I'm trying to put just EverQuest as in the video tab. So I'll show you all my Guild Wars fights, but it's only going to be up for like one day, and then I'm going to put it to members only. That way I can keep that clean, nice and clean. So Gems of War is always the only thing on the live tab, and then EverQuest is always the only thing on the video tab. So that's why it got switched to members only. It's no other reason. Okay, so we got 2 sets so far. So if I wanted to get a set, but you know what? The Paragon thing is kind of weird. It like makes people not want to get sets, I feel. Even me. Like, I'm not even the most selfish person in the world, but even it affects me sometimes. Like, sometimes I just want the easier fight because I'm going for Paragon. It's actually probably hurt the guild that there's now, like, Paragon. There's now ranks that you can go for, because sets don't count towards your points. So if you're going for Paragon, you just want to take the easiest fight you can all the way to the palace. Like, you can't just do the gate over and over and over. You got to... But if you're trying for Paragon, you're not going to want to try to go for sets, basically. Because going for sets is hard. So you're taking the hardest fights, usually. You're taking the fights that no one else wanted to take if you're going for sets. So, just a tip. If you're going for Paragon, you're probably just... You're definitely not getting sets, most likely. So it's kind of a selfish thing, but I mean, everybody wants Paragon, so is like winning the lottery for $1 million is selfish, but everybody would take it. So everybody would take Paragon too. So don't judge me when I'm going an easier way right now, because I'm trying for Paragon again. And but with this guild, this might be an AI guild, so I might go for a set, but in like a real deal fight against a real guild, like, since they introduced Paragon, people are probably not going for sets as much, and I think that's the truth overall. And what do you guys think about that? That's a hot topic. It's a hot take. See what y'all are saying real quick before I fight the fights. Yoke is here. Yeah, icons can roll over to the next season. You just get 20% of their value. So if it was worth 1,000, it's only worth 200 if it rolls over. Type stuff. Yeah. You'd have to, like, if you're close to, like, getting a first place or something, use your icons. If you need more icons to buy something in the shop, use your icons. If you want to get full value out of your icons, use your icons. If you don't care about any of that, you could let it roll over and get a good start on the next season. No, they do roll over, 20%. Yeah, that is cool to know. Yoke says, you used my team for Guild Wars. Thanks for the team. I got a little too close for comfort in one battle. Right. I did lose one troop in my fights that I showed yesterday on the channel. But you have lots of summoning power too. You got the weapon summons, the Queen Moonclaw summons. So Tyrion says, yeah, most will get more value using this week. They have near 0 value to me currently. I'm already maxed unless they can help me. Trey says, this is my off week, though. I need to fall back to Ruby for next week. Just didn't know a portion would roll over. Alright, so you're doing that strat where you, like, you, like, rank down on purpose, kind of, so you can win. Yeah, I know. You should be able to set defense earlier. For sure. It just depends on your guild leader, I think, picking a palace, right? Like, the sooner they pick a palace, the sooner you can set your defense. But I don't think you can set it on Monday. But the sooner they set it, the better, right? A day, 2 days is better than a day. Tyrion says, I've never really found value in the win 1 week, lose the next week. Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried it. Just the tip. I know it's a strat, though. Create strife and chaos within guilds, right? Kick anyone with the higher score. Where do you miss GMs from if you're not making the top 3 in Diamond? Simba the Great. It's interesting watching this when I usually play Gems of War just for the arena mode. Ooh, you're my kind of dude then. I love arena. Arena's fun. That's the first. You're the first person I've ever heard that only plays this game for arena. But I think arena's a good game mode that's actually fun. So hey, you're right where you belong, Simba. I wish I could play more arena, but it's just not worth it as far as like getting rewards and game progression and stuff like that. But it's my favorite like game mode probably. All right, let's do this dang thing. Sorry. I think this is going to be a dead AI guild though, so. All right, so this is my team. I got Savage Hunter, who does amazing skull damage, like crazy. A lot of the enemies are green too. Like my first, I think the first enemy had like green palace and everything, maybe. But mostly it's about the traits here. So it places Hunter's Mark on enemies when doing skull damage. So every time, as long as they can be Hunter's Marked, that adds skull damage every time it does skull damage. And then it deals double skull damage versus green enemies, and it becomes enraged when an enemy dies. So I think it's something like 6 times skull damage or something crazy. So if you have 114 attack, sometimes that can be like 600 damage. It can one-shot sometimes, so it's really, really good skull damage. Okay, I got the Wild Cleaver for backup summon in case I lose the Savage Hunter. The Savage Hunter doesn't have any like skull mitigation. It's not sturdy or anything like that, so it could die. It has died once already in one fight yesterday, so it does happen. So we have the Wild Cleaver to bring something back into that slot. I'm using Elementalist because you always do that with Guild Wars pretty much. It explodes green, which is good because the whole rest of my team is green. It gives a positive stat effect to Wild Plains allies. The whole rest of my team is Wild Plains. It was the only explodey weapon that we had access to anyway, so. And it uses blue-brown, which is pretty good. We got the Lord of Slaughter, who's probably the best mythic available for this restriction. And it puts skulls on the board for the Savage Hunter. And you can get an extra turn and everything if you do it right. And it's just a really good troop. It's going to put the skulls up for the Savage Hunter to use. And then the Moonclaw, the Queen Moonclaw, also puts skulls up there, boosted by green allies and enemies. A lot of the enemies have been green so far. 3 of my allies are green so far. So that's good, and then it also summons. So we're going all in on skulls this week, which is kind of dangerous. But it was the best team I could come up with. I know on Monday I showed a different team, but I had like an epiphany as I was about to do Guild Wars. I'm like, I'm going with Savage Hunter. So I made a whole different team. This team doesn't even, I don't think any of the troops are the same as the team I showed on Monday, so sorry about that. Alright, so we got a blue extra turn. We're definitely taking that. Really looking for blue. I think I went, my banner's like blue-brown, because I really need to get that weapon up. Our weapon is our only way to mana generate, so we really need to get that thing up quickly. So we're taking blue if we see it. We got a purple. Okay, we got Savage Hunter, but I'm not like excited to cast it. I kind of just want to fully charge it and leave it, unless it's like the only thing we got going on. I could target a green enemy. Kind of just want to fully charge them and then take skulls. Probably going to take these skulls because that's the whole point. Boom, dead. And we got the Wild Cleaver. Let's do it. And we're going to take skulls, usually. Unless there's some sort of extra turn. Alright. And we could try the Savage Hunter just to kill that bottom troop, maybe. Let's do it. And now we just need... Okay, what about this? There's not a lot of brown next to skulls, so... But I could just do it. I mean, if it backfires, I might die, but if it doesn't backfire, I win. Let's just go for it. This is the gate. Oh, no! I missed. Oh, well. Probably still got me more points because I finished them on the next turn. Took a little more damage, though. Alright, gate down. Simba the Great. Trey says, every other week I just do 6,500 for full reward and relegate down to Ruby, then top 3 in Ruby, rinse and repeat. Tyrion says, from Citadel matches and the next day they give gold marks plus 80 gold marks for reaching 6,500 VP. Tyrion says, I hit 6,500 every week. Tyrion says, if you go back to Ruby and reach 6,500 VP, there is value, but I've never been able to fall back and hit this mark. So Tyrion's doing the back and forth, or Trey is doing the back and forth thing. Tyrion says, then yes, there is tremendous value for you. I wish I could play that way. I think that's how I'm going to do it when I get into PvP a little more after my new account's over. As long as you aren't missing the free gold marks from board and goals, there's tremendous value for going back and forth. Trey says, yeah, I do Citadel and Monolith Sigil throughout week and chase the bonus gold marks. Then Sunday I pushed to 6,500, which I think only one time ever prevented my fallback, usually a smooth rotation. And maybe it's just... Yeah, maybe it's just platform-based, Tyrion. That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe PlayStation has less... Like, maybe PlayStation has less people doing that, or it's easier to do that. And then on Xbox, maybe there's more people doing that, and it's harder to do that type stuff. Like, it might be harder on PC to do that too, but I don't know. I always knew that was a strat. Just to, like, D-rank on purpose so you can win that easier to win league. Alright, where are we going? I should probably go for sets since we're facing a crappy guild today. So to get a set, you would want to change the lowest numbers. You want to go to... So I want to go Eerie and Lair if I want to go for a set. But I'm not 100% sure this is a dead guild. It just seems like it because they have 0 points. I guess we'll see here. The Fairy Ring. Yeah, that's a nothing burger. So, we could still change. Like, an Elementalist, you want to... Before every fight, you want to think, do I want Rock Solid or do I want Deluge? Is the enemy doing AoE damage or not? So, like with this one, you probably want Rock Solid because they're not doing AoE damage. Alright, so we're looking for blue, but if we have anything that's crazy good value, we're going to get it. So we got a blue up here. We got a blue here. We got a brown into green, which would fill Savage Hunter. Should probably do that just to fill it and get it out of the way. That way I can take brown for Wild Cleaver and stuff. Alright. So we want to get up our weapon, but we take extra turns for the Elementalist business. There's our weapon. Let's make sure there's no extra turns on the board. Let's do Wild Cleaver. Looking for skulls. Just make sure there's no extra turns, right? We could do this. It'd be 14 skulls. I think I want to do Lord of Slaughter before I do that, maybe. Just take some skulls. Let's get up Lord of Slaughter. Alright. But we don't really have Lord of Slaughter unless this changes to brown. So only one spot on the board that would work. So, Maybe we do Queen Moonclaw first. They are entangled and stuff. Like, probably wouldn't hurt. Or I could try this. Let's try this for one turn, and then we'll do Queen Moonclaw, maybe. Alright, killed that. Let's do Queen Moonclaw now. And now Lord of Slaughter, I think. Bang. Cool thing about skull damage like this is that we're getting max points because we're hitting them for all their armor and HP. If Lord of Slaughter was in first slot, he would be skipping past their armor and you wouldn't get as many points. If you're doing true damage, you're not getting as many points. It's weird how Guild Wars works. It wants you to damage them for all their armor and HP is how you get max points. It's like don't get damaged, don't lose a troop, don't take forever in the fight, and hit them for a bunch of damage. Alright, here will be the telling story whether or not I should go for a set or not. Let's look at the Eerie. If it's a nothing burger, I'm going to go for it, just for a set. It's a nothing burger. I guess one thing actually hits multiple enemies, so I should switch to Deluge. No, it's probably not going to matter. Practice for the future. Remembering to switch. Let's go for a set. Simba the Great, I will definitely join the next arena stream. I mean, sometimes we play, if we ever have like a really long stream, like it's just going crazy in the chat, and you know, sometimes we end up playing arena at the very end of some streams just for fun. If we're having a good time and I'm having a good time, we're on a good mood, and sometimes I'll let you guys... Have you ever seen one of my streams, Simba, where I let the chat pick my team and I tell them to pick the worst troops because I want a challenge? I've done that several times on the channel for fun. I put up a poll and I let y'all pick, and I tell you to pick the worst troops. We come up with like crazy, crappy teams, and then I try to win in the arena. Sometimes I'll even let the chat pick the best troops and just make a team for me. But I've done that before. It's on stream somewhere. If you look on my channel, you can find it, where I let the chat pick my team. Whether they're picking the worst troops or the best troops, I've done both. Most of the time I do the worst troops because I want a challenge, because I usually steamroll arena because I'm really good at the game. But all right, let's take this brown and get skulls too. We're frozen on brown and green, so just keep that in mind. Probably take these skulls and get some yellow, which we don't use, but let's get it out of here. Alright, they hit me. Got the Wild Cleaver. Got the Savage Hunter. Guess I might as well try Savage Hunter. And now we got the Wild Cleaver. Come on. Finish them off. 65, I think that's enough, right? Cool. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna be, what is it gonna be today? I'm gonna be 188 and 2 after today. Overall. Layer. Alright, still nothing. I think we keep it on Deluge for the Dragon Soul. Even though it's only 8 damage. Doesn't really matter. I'm sorry, you guys, that it just went... I wish we could have streamed yesterday, because that was way more interesting. The real top 30 guild. This barely ever happens. It doesn't happen like this all the time, you guys. This never happens to me, you guys. Normally, I'm really good at it. Something distracted me. You know? I'm having an off day. I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm sorry. It doesn't usually do this. It doesn't happen like this. Alright, let's get Savage Hunter up again. Just to get him fully charged so he doesn't block our weapon type stuff. And we'll get some blue. Ooh, they hit me. I don't like that. Stop hitting me. Alright, let's use the Wild Cleaver most likely. Nice. Incidental skull damage. If we got skulls, we're taking them, because we hit really hard with them. might have to cast that weapon again. So we'll take some brown. Let's go. Let's do the weapon, I think. Even though it's just 5 green, we'll get there eventually, hopefully. It's giving buffs to the team, too. Just do it again, even though there's just 2. Alright, so, everybody's up. The Lord of Slaughter doesn't look great, even though we could change this one and get it. It's only 1 gem, though. There's not a lot of brown on the board, not a lot of skulls. I think I'm going to cast... Well, Savage Hunter's Web, so we don't want to do that. I guess it's Queen Moonclaw. 13 skulls, hopefully that... Nope, we missed. That would suck if it was a real guild. I'm kind of getting dangerous here, risky. All right, now he's not webbed, so let's kill this so it doesn't hit us. Aw, I hit the wrong thing. All right, this looks pretty good. And I think they're dead. So at least they didn't kill me. They did knock my armor off, but it's better that he stayed alive and didn't die. I should get a higher score than I got yesterday, since I lost a troop yesterday. Alright, here's the palace. If there was a real person in this guild at all, they would be at the palace. So this will really tell us, is this an AI guild, bot guild, steamroll, or is it a real guild where it's just like empty and there's only 1 person in it or something? This could be a real person, but we're about to see. If they were anywhere, they'd be at the palace, wouldn't you? With your feet up, eating a feast. Nope, not a real guild. Alright, whatever. This never happens to me, guys. Usually I perform way better, usually. Way longer, way better. But it is relieving, kinda. That way I don't lose on stream, I guess. But I usually risk it all for the biscuit. I'll show you everything. Like, I'm usually super anxious fighting real guilds, but get a break from it today. That's cool. Alright, let's, we got brown up here. We got brown. We got yellow. We got green. I guess let's just match some brown, I guess. I don't know. Brown, green, blue. Let's get this blue. Brown, green, blue, come on. Brown, green, blue, come on. Nothing. Alright. Got skulls, we take those. Boom! Got brown and green. We got the cleaver. We just killed him with skulls. Nope. I thought there was an extra turn. There might be. You guys see it? You see the extra turn? Does anybody see it? I see it. If you have a trained eye, you'll know where to look. And it's not, like, usual, but I think it still works. You could probably call it out without actually knowing how it's going to happen, just by your trained eye knows what to look for. Does anybody see the extra turn on the board? It's a good lesson. Gotta look for it. You always gotta look for extra turns, even if the computer don't blink it at you. They're still there sometimes. You just gotta cascade. You gotta keep your peepers open. Anybody know? I'll catch up in the chat while you guys look at the board and try to find the extra turn. Tell me what I have to match to get the extra turn, you know? There's a certain match I have to do of a certain color and a certain portion of the board. Don't say the ultimate, like, what the 4-match is. Say what the 3-match is that I have to do to get the 4-match. See what y'all are saying. Tyrion says, I was hitting top 3 in Diamond 9 of 11 weeks, usually until this last week, so mine were more beneficial, but way more time consuming. Yeah, it's kind of like a balance with this game. You want to play until you get diminishing returns, right? It's like the smartest way to play. So you got to recognize when you're kind of just grinding your face off for not so much back, you know? Some people can play the game longer, though. You can definitely get... If the longer you play, the more you're going to get, but like the first hour or two is the most beneficial. You get the most out of it. Once you get past a certain point, there's big time diminishing returns. You can still get stuff. You can still get VP. You can still get whatever, medals or gold or whatever it may be, but it's super diminishing returns. Like it's half value. Like your time is not being rewarded as heavily as it was in the first 2 hours or the first hour or whatever. So once you get into like that third hour of the day, like you're starting to your time is not being respected as much. You know what I mean? Like Tyrion says, but still the weeks I won, I had to play much harder, not time efficient. Yeah, if you're trying to like win a leaderboard, that's kind of a different story. Like that's what you're going for, and that's like worth going for type stuff. If you're just like grinding gold or grinding medals or, you know, I don't like that as much. But if you're literally going for first place on a leaderboard and you're gonna keep playing until you get it, like sometimes that's worth it, and it's like just satisfying and something to go for. It's kind of like getting an achievement or something. Simba says I'll definitely join the next arena stream. 10 kingdoms left to upgrade. Terrence says I'm actually using GM gold marks for Imperial now. Yeah, I get it. Simba says I had an arena team where it was just 2 colors, right? Tyrion says I'll buy 3 books and 2 Imperials weekly, minimally currently. I just lost my spot. Tyrion says, for your information, Cindy, I crafted writs to books earlier this week, making a red kingdom, and I have 28 of 38 kingdoms, 30, 20. Nice, just 10 to go. 10 to go. You're more than 2/3 of the way there, huh? At least 5 to 6 kingdoms left. Can't power level max. Okay, so some of them you can't even do. Mostly HP and defense. Tyrion says I have 3 brown, 2 red and a yellow, 1 purple, blue, and green kingdoms remaining to max. So soon gold marks for books will become irrelevant. 2027 goal, yeah. You're not seeing it? You don't see it? It's not the blue match. Trey, you see it? You don't see it? Tyrion sees it, but he's not going to say. Up. Trey, I think Trey got it. The bottom right green. Yep, you got it. You got it. No problem. I wanted you to call it out. Good job, Trey. Is that what you had, Tyrion? If you match this green down here, you get a 3 match, right? And then this purple's going to fall by 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to match this purple, and you're going to get this brown match. See, you always want to look for these overhangs, because sometimes you can do stuff with them. That's a good example of when you can. So you want to look for this, because a lot of times this can be an extra turn, even though it's not blinking it at you. And in this case, it's matching this green right here to match these 3. This purple falls by 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom, these 3 purple match. That'll bring these 2 down by 1 and match with these 2 and make a extra turn. Is that what you had? You called it out by initials? Yeah, I see it. Okay. So Tyrion and Trey got it. The longer you play the game, the more you're going to see those. Just... Let's see if it actually happens. Ready? No, it didn't! How'd that happen? No way. So we had something from the Skyfall and like match above it or something like that. I'm gonna have to look at the replay. That was weird. Never mind. Did we get an extra turn though? Did we still get one? I don't know. But look for stuff like that. Normally that's an extra turn. I don't know what happened there, but... Alright, what are we doing? So they're entangled. Our Lord of Slaughter's not great. We could cast Savage Hunter real quick just to see what shakes out next turn. Try to hit their last guy. We missed. Alright, let's do this now. And this. Your brain doesn't work past 2 cascades? I think I would be good at chess, you know? I could think ahead. I'm pretty good at math. Like I can keep math in my head. That way I can do like complex math problems usually. You know, like doing like 15 times 6, even though that's not a big one, just as an example. You kind of have to remember, 15 times 6, you got to remember that you got a 3 up there. And then you got to add the 6 and the 3 and make 90. I'm pretty good at, like, like, in that case. I got a goldfish memory otherwise. Like, I'll forget if the enemy just got a turn there after that didn't match the way I thought it matched. I'll forget, I'll look at the Tower of Doom scouting, and I'll forget right after I get off the screen. But I can remember, like, math. I'm good at math. I'm pretty good at chess, even though I don't play a lot. So I'd be better if I actually played. And then, like, I can see cascades on the board. I can think ahead and know, like, okay, if this happens, then this happens, then this happens. That's how you play chess, you know? It's like, if I make this move, they're going to do this move, and then I'm going to do this move. And you have to, like, set people up for stuff. This game can be like that, too. It's like, if I do this, they're going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. And if you get good at that, you'll be good at Guild Wars and stuff. Alright, so I got 1367. It's my score today. Let's go look at the leaderboard. Are we in first place? Are we going to get Paragon? I got 2,736. I think I had, 69 yesterday. So today I got 2 less points. That's weird, because I lost a troop yesterday. I lost a troop yesterday, and I got more points yesterday than I got today, and I didn't lose a troop today. Kind of weird. I got 2 less points today than I got yesterday. I was facing an actual tough guild. Maybe that's why, because it was more like... No, why? I don't know why. I got more points yesterday against a harder guild, and I lost a troop than I got today. I got 2 less points today. It's kind of strange. So I have 2,736. Let's see if anybody's beating that right now. Not that it's I just want to get Paragon again. I like getting Paragon. The only way I would not get Paragon is if DC United wanted Paragon and he was in second place, and I would take a dive for... DC, if you're ever in second place, bro, and you need me to take a dive, I would do that for you. But anybody else, I don't know you like that. I'm getting Paragon. Rewards, we get any more rewards? I'm not sold on this Chief Stronghorn nonsense of him being good. I guess we'll see later this weekend. The shiny Chief Stronghorn. Yeah, that too, Simba. Needing to think, like, what's the enemy going to do? If I make this match, is that going to give the enemy an extra turn? If I make this match, is that going to give the enemy skulls, and then they're going to kill my first slot? If I take this color, which the enemy uses a lot of, will it prevent them from fully charging and then casting a spell on me? Like, you got to think ahead. Sometimes. A lot of this game is just blowing down the enemy in one shot, but sometimes when you're playing harder stuff, you got to really think ahead. But I got to go to the bathroom, like, really bad, so I got to pee. So hold on a sec, y'all. I'm going to mute up. I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. 1 sec. Pissing like a racehorse. You guys ever heard that? I'm drinking like way more water this year, you know, New Year's resolution or whatever, and like I have to pee all the time. Bio break. Yeah, let's see what y'all are saying. Brown from Sky made a 3-match. You hit the slow-mo replay, so Brown never dropped. It was legit. Yeah, the Sky screwed us, huh? Watch out for, yeah. You wanted to hear the toilet flush? You want to hear me wash my hands? Did he wash his hands? I got lots of caffeine in me today, so I was quick. Alright, so the other thing I really need to do today is probably Tower of Doom. Gotta do at least a little bit of that. I'm way behind, and it's important to me to, like... I'm only on 3. Holy cow. Hopefully the scouting is still there. Because... sometimes it falls off the top if you are later in the week. And when I went to the Sid bushes, I couldn't find it. So... Floor 3, room 2 armor, room 3 unlock, room 4 attack, room 5 attack. So I just need to do room 3 on floor 3. Room 3, okay. And what's my team? This is not my team. This is the low-level team. Dude, it is. Piss like a camel. Pissing like a racehorse. It says your body will adjust to it eventually, I guess. But, man. You're supposed to drink 8 bottles a day. Sometimes I have to force it down. Alright, let's make our real team. We can try this a little bit, I guess. Let's do this a little bit, just to show the low-level team. My new account is doing something slightly different. It's doing Queen Titania instead of Alithian Servitor, but pretty much the same thing. I'll show this for like 2 fights, and then we'll do a different team. Probably need to change my medals. I don't know, this might be faster right now, actually. Just do the boss. I wonder if, like, hold on a second. But let's show this one more time. And then I'm gonna try something else, maybe. Could do, like, Caffrey, Atlanta, right? Maybe? It might be faster until Atlanta stops one-shotting. She's getting up either way right now, so... just like to make sure she gets up, you could do... Alright, so that's the low-level team. Floor 4. Uh-oh. Where's 4 at? 4th is 2 attack, 3 haste, 4 haste, 5 unlock. So I gotta do 3, 4, and 5. So here's the low-level team. I know I've already showed it, but just in case. You can do a Alithian Servitor here. You can do Queen Titania here. You can do Hexrat here. You can do another Atlanta here. And that's what my little baby account's doing too. It's doing Queen Titania here with the same exact team pretty much. But I'm gonna try... what if we do Caffrey? Isn't he here? Pretty sure, right? We like do this. Like she'll get up every single freaking time and just one shot for a while. This is probably faster than Chrysanthrax for a minute. Let's do all Nishas to see how long she one-shots. So I just want to hurry up and get some done. Alright, 3, 4, and 5, right? See how this goes for a sec. Probably just like vault event. Hey, scroll 4. Medea looks like she has the skin condition. Otherwise, she's decent looking. Even though, hey, you know, still be good looking with the skin condition, I guess. Okay, that thing survived. Otherwise, she'd still be one-shotting. Hey, scrolls are good. You want to get those. Extra turns. You can double up on sigils later if you're not planning on going super high. It's still worth it, I feel. Do an easy fight now, so you have more sigils later for harder fights. It's the same, like getting a haste scroll is similar to getting a fireball scroll or a heroism scroll. It's just more convoluted. Oh, she didn't one-shot. Okay. Maybe it's time already. Oh, you can only do this till floor 4? It's doo-doo. Didn't last very long. It's a good idea, though. Still kinda. And they keep doing this. The summon. Alright, what we got now? Floor 5. Unlock, luck, fireball, heroism, haste. Those are the ones you want to go for. 5th is 2 armor, 3 unlock, 4 haste, 5 life. So we're going to do 3 and 4. How long have we been streaming? Hour and 17 minutes. Okay. Okay. Just checking on things. Yoke says, so for Guild Wars, what is a better talent for Elementalist? +1 blue, +1 brown, or Lightning Strike? My guild is 50-50. I went with the brown, because I really want to get that weapon up. But blue is good, you know, blue too is, you know, either way. Honestly. I think Lightning Strike is... I went with blue, I think, actually. I think blue's the answer. If you're using my team, that way, because you need to get the weapon up. The one way that the enemy would beat the team that I have is if they get a faster start than us, or if they entangle the crap out of us, right? I think that's a problem for the entire of Wild Plains. Like, there's no way to cleanse. And if you want to cleanse, you have to use some stupid weapon that nobody wants to use. And waste a slot on your team. So... I don't like wasting a slot on my team for a cleanse. But you might have to sometimes. I don't know. Paper, rock, scissors. I would say the blue is my answer. Because the Wild Cleaver is blue-brown. The Savage Hunter is green-brown. So you want extra mana on blue so you can get up the weapon faster, cast it, and get everybody else up. Alright, she's not one-shotting anymore. We're going to have to change. And I already forgot which rooms I'm doing. 4. Let's just let her go through the rest of this floor and then we'll switch. We'll let Atlanta act like she's doing something. We'll let her pretend like she's putting out the fire with the fire hose. She's an honorary fireman today. I don't know why she's a fireman, but it's the first thing I can think of. She's a firefighter. She's along for the ride, and they're letting her put out a fire. Like, good job, Atlanta. You did it. It's like when you're playing a game and you give your kid a controller and it's not really plugged in and you're actually playing on the other controller and you're like, good job, you did it. That's what we're doing with Atlanta right now. Good job, you did it, Atlanta. You're still the best. Alright, floor 6. I think I'm gonna switch back. Floor 6, we got... Let's get to at least, like, floor 10 or 11. And if you guys want to do something else, let me know. It's supposed to be entertaining for you, so if you're bored of Tower of Doom, let me know. Room 2 life, room 3 life, room 4 unlock. So 4 and then the boss. Switch our team though. You just need to put on Chrysanthrax. And put it on top. Something like that. Is our banner still good? No. We want... Let's do purple minus green. Let's do that one. Purple, brown, minus green. And with this one, we need an Anu, right? Because Chrysantherax would love a 20% start to help it fill the 2 Cafrus and the Explode Potion, the Enchant Potion, and all that. Gosh, I can't remember. You see that? I could think ahead, but I can't remember which room it is. Come on, Chrysantherax. Of course you didn't fill. You are dumb. But it's gonna one-shot, so instead of casting Atlanta twice, we might have to match. So it might be like breaking even at the moment, but the further we go, the more we're gonna have to use Chrysantherax anyway, so might as well switch now. Crazy bad RNG. Brown was what, like a 13% chance to fall? I know, I just wanted to make a fool out of me because I made a whole spectacle of you guys guessing and saying it was like a hard one. So I wanted to make fun of me. A 13% chance happened just so I'd be wrong. Yoke says, so for Guild Wars, already answered that. Simba says the most fun teams in Arena for me are either the ones that impact the board a lot or summon higher rarity troops. I feel you on that. Arena's fun for me because it's a challenge. It takes away all your stats and all your monies and all your VIP. Mostly, I mean, it might give you 1 victory from VIP, but otherwise, you don't have any advantage, and it forces you to make a team out of just 3 troops that are random and no mythics, no legendaries, and you have to use troops you never you get to use troops you never use in the main game, and it's just challenging, and you get to use troops you never use in the main game, and it takes away all of your advantages. That's why I like it. It's a true test of your skill at the game and how good you are actually at the game. You know what I mean? Arena and Guild Wars and like Epic Trials. It's like the only place really these days you can test Pure Faction 500, stuff like that. The only place you can really show how good you are at this game these days. Because otherwise it's stuff like this where you're just blowing them down in one shot. You just have the right team, the right stats, with the right VIP or whatever, you know? Floor 7 to unlock, and that's it. Let's try to get to like floor 11. I really need to get to 26 by the end of the weekend. There we go. You can make a fun game out of Tower of Doom. You can, especially if you're just going to floor 26. See if you can get to floor 26 and have 0 sigils left. So you have to use your Fireball scrolls, your Heroism scrolls, and your sigils strategically to end up with 0 sigils on floor 26. Now you double up, triple up on sigils at the right time. You use the Fireball scrolls at the right time. You use your Heroisms at the right time. Because anybody can get to floor 26 and have sigils left over, but can you get there and have 0? Or whatever you want to shoot for. If it's floor 30 that your guild wants you to get to. Like, see if you can get to floor 30 with exactly 0 sigils and scrolls left. 0 turns left. It's kind of fun to try to do it. Because you will have to like double, triple up on sigils and use your scrolls correctly. With Fireball scrolls and Heroisms and stuff, and doubling up on sigils and haste scrolls and stuff, you want to use those higher up on harder fights. But you got to do it right. Like Heroism scroll you want to use on a floor with nothing else on the floor except for an unlock. If you use it on any floor with a good scroll on the floor, you're going to miss that scroll. Because Heroism scroll, you just tap the boss fight, clear the whole floor. You don't have to do any fights. So you're wasting... You might miss a luck if you do that. So you have to do it on the right floor. Then fireballs are kind of weird. It's like, do you use a fireball on a fireball? Or do you use a fireball on a haste? Do you use a... Sometimes fireballs are weird. Like, you feel weird using it sometimes on certain rooms. Like, should I do this? Like, I'm just getting a fireball for a fireball? I don't think so. Maybe you just skip that one and... I don't know. It's weird, right? Floor 8. What do you guys think about using a fireball scroll on a room that has a fireball scroll in it? On like floor 20 or something. Does that really do anything? Not really. You're just using a fireball scroll to get a fireball scroll. It's kind of a waste of time, I guess. Is it worth using a fireball scroll on a high room with a haste? Haste sometimes will give you like 2 extra sigils. But a fireball scroll prevents you from using 1 sigil. I don't know. So 2 fireball, 3 luck, 4 unlock, everything but 5 on 8. It's the salty spittoon of showing how good you are at the Gems of War. Scarfade is here. Use fireball on luck or unlock when you get 1 sigil on, or for scouting to see extra rooms to save sigils, or haste if you really wanted. Yeah, I think haste is like a maybe, right? Because I think you would end up with more sigils. But it would have to be a really high up haste. You don't want to waste a fireball on a low haste. But a high up haste, maybe, if you need more turns. If you don't need more turns, I think a fireball scroll would be better utilized on. And then there's like, do you need more point? Do you even need lux? At a certain point, you don't even need lux. Because your whole guild, like if you get all rewards for your guild, then lux don't mean anything anymore. But until you get all rewards, lux are some of the best rooms to go in. So it all depends. Some of the strats depend on, do you have all rewards or not? Like how high up are you? Like how many sigils you got left? Is there what's on the floor? Right now I have 1 fireball scroll, so we're doing everything but 5 here. Definitely need to show some activity in this guild event. I guess I am in Guild Wars, so, but luck is 2 dooms, so it saves the sig on, yeah. But like I said, if you don't need luck anymore, there's a point where luck becomes obsolete, because if you got all rewards, there's no point anymore. Unless you're going for the leaderboard, which, you know, Tower of Doom is the Ding Dong Olympics, and getting higher on the leaderboard is a net negative, so I guess that doesn't matter. I mean, it definitely helps to get some gems back, but if you spend more gems to get more turns to go get more gems, it's kind of stupid, because you end up spending more gems on the turns than you get back for the leaderboard. It's kind of a way to transfer gems from one person to another, I guess, but that's the only way I can think is a good reason to get the leaderboard. If you tell, like, okay, the bottom 15 of our guild, we're going to get the leaderboard so you guys can get some more gems. Don't waste gems and buying a bunch of turns and stuff. We'll do it. That's the only thing I can think of, because the leaderboard's so stupid in Tower of Doom. You don't get enough gems to justify the extra gems it costs to spend to get the leaderboard. Like, it's a net negative. It's the only event in the game where the leaderboard is like the, here's the list of the idiots, you know? Which guild is the stupidest? Number 1, this guild. Number 2, that guild. And number 2 is even worse. You like missed first place and you wasted a bunch of gems. Like, it's even dumber to get second, I guess. Tower of Doom getting like second place on the leaderboard is probably the dumbest. You just missed first place and you wasted gems. First place also wasted gems, but you didn't even get first and you wasted gems. Why am I doing that? Like, there's not even a power orb or an orb or nothing. You get nothing. Like, it's gems and dooms, right? For the reward. But you have to spend a bunch of gems to get the gems. It's stupid. It's like buying a $20 scratcher that the only prize is like a $5 win. Yeah, give me that scratcher for $20. Boy, I hope I win $5. That's what winning the Tower of Doom leaderboard is like. You're buying a $20 scratcher, but the only reward on the scratcher is a $5 reward. So you just wasted $15 even if you win. It's always scratchers, isn't it? Room 2 life, room 3 haste, room 4 unlock, room 5 unlock. Room 4 armor, room 5 unlock. So we need to do 3 and 5. Excuse me. 3 3 and 5. Keypad auto-correcting. Scarfade in the house. Good to see ya. There's a hay scroll. Don't mind me, I'm just forgetting again. Excuse me. I'm going horde this stream. Going horde. Alright, Chrissy. Do your thing. Do your dance. Alright, so one more floor and then we'll see where we're at that point. We'll look at the map. We'll pull over and get directions to the next thing. There's this one person in my neighborhood, they stop in the middle of the road for no, like, I don't know what they're doing. They've done it several times. Like, it's the first time they did it, I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, they'll be driving on the road. Like, I'm in a townhome community, so there's like, it's like little back roads and leading to the main road, and there's, you know, it's like a grid kind of. But he'll pull. He's not even at a stop sign or nothing. He'll just stop in the middle of the road and just stay there. And then you have to like go around him. You know, and you're not even sure what he's doing at first. Like, what are you doing? Why are you stopping? Like, when somebody stops in front of me weirdly in the road, sometimes it like raises the hair on the back of my neck. Like, what are they doing? Are they gonna jump out? Because that's happened before. I've had that happen before. Like, they jump out. Like, somebody stopped in the middle of the road and then they jumped out and started coming towards my car one time. I was like, what is going on here? I just start reversing. And then they got back in and they got out. They like peeled out of here. Don't know what they were doing, but I'm not that dumb. So this person, they live here though. I know where they live. Like, they live around here, so they're not doing anything. They're just weird. I don't know what they're doing. They'll just stop in the middle of the street. Like, that's something you're allowed to do. Like, they're looking at their phone or something. I don't know what they're doing. They're picking their wedgie out, but they take forever. Like, they'll sit there for 5 minutes in the middle of the street, like parked in the middle of the road. They don't like even pull over any. They take up the whole lane. They take up the whole lane and they just sit there. And it's not a stop sign. It's not like they don't pull all the way over like they're trying to let you get by. Nothing. They block the whole right lane up and just sit in the middle of the road. And you're like, okay, should I go around them? Are they about to open their door? Like, what are you doing? Are you going to be sitting there for 5 seconds or 5 minutes? Like, so eventually you like go around them and then you feel rude because like watch them go right after you go around them, but normally he's just sitting there forever and doesn't. So I think I've realized now just to go around them. I don't know what they're doing because they just sit there for like 5 minutes. It's like, how come you didn't do that? Like, you just pulled away from your house. You're just in a parking spot in your car. You couldn't do whatever you're doing, 30 seconds ago before you pulled off. You got to stop in the middle of the road. I don't know if they're like, maybe they're doing something sneaky, like they don't want somebody to see, so they turn around the corner and then stop in the road. But why wouldn't you like pull off into a parking spot somewhere? Why would you just stop in the middle of the road? Like, so weird. People are weird around here, you guys. They like to ride their scooters and Papa Willie. Floor 10. They like to talk real loud so you can hear what they're saying. Everywhere I go, that's what people are doing. Like, yeah, Becky's boyfriend cheated on her. Becky's boyfriend cheated on her the other day. I said, I'm going to beat his ass. And they're like saying it super loud so everybody can hear it. Like, they want you to hear it. Like, man, I wish somebody would come over here and give me a ride to the store because my car just broke down. Man, oh man, I wish somebody would come over here and talk to me so they would give me a ride to the store because my car just broke down. And they're like talking so loud to like some other person. So like, so stupid. I hate people around here. 2 unlock, 5 haste. You guys ever have that? You go out into public and there's like just people, they're obviously just, their conversation is up they turned it up to max just because they want you to hear what they're saying. Like, that's what... It could just be something like, yeah, I just won the lottery yesterday and got a bunch of money, and I'm going to go buy me a new car. But they're saying it so loud because they want everybody to hear it. It's, like, annoying as hell. I don't know why I just did that. Imagine going out to eat at a restaurant around here. Like, all you're going to hear is everybody else screaming at each other so everybody else can hear it. It's like a whole, like, competition of who can scream the loudest at each other so everybody else can hear what you're talking about. Dun, 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 dun. Normally, I'm the opposite. I don't want you to hear what I'm talking about. Because I'm probably talking about how you look like a Humpty Dumpty dumbass. A Humpty Dumpty dumbass that's screaming at their other Humpty Dumpty dumbass about something dumb. I don't even hear what they're saying either. It's like their whole goal is to scream it to each other so you can hear what their conversation is. But all I hear is bark, 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 cluck, 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 bark, bark, a bark, and a bark, 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 cluck, 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 bark, 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 cluckety, cluck, cluck, bark, bark, bark. That's all I hear, you know. I just hear clucking, so I don't even understand what they're saying. Anyway, they're saying it real loud, though, because they want you to hear what they're saying. Like, they want you to hear their conversation. So maybe you'll walk up and say something to them, or, I don't know, they're just bragging, or I don't know why. I really don't. But they all do it. Around here, that's like the language that they speak. They wide their scooters and they pop a willy, and then they scream it to each other, so you can hear what they're saying. They want you to hear what they say. Is they're weird? And all I hear is bonkety bonk bonk cluck 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 water scooter wee wee willy 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 water scooter bonkety bonk 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 water scooter willy 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 water scooter bonkety bonk bonk public properties bonkety bonk bonk quackety cuckoo. That's what I hear. Don't move to Ohio. Ohio sucks butt. Bunch of dummies. Bunch of entitled weirdos that really shouldn't be entitled because they're nothing. They think they're something, but they're not. It's the worst. It's the worst. They look like a giant egg, and they think they're something, but they're not. And they want to tell you about it, but you don't want to talk to them, so they're screaming at somebody else so you can hear what they're saying. And they can't drive either. And they stop in the middle of the road for no reason. And they pull out in traffic and make you slam your brakes on. Alright, so that's floor 11. What do you guys want to see now? You let me know. You drive the car. You drive the boat. Yeah, Guild Wars can be stressful, Yoke. It helps low-level players best beat tough rooms if they can't beat certain floors. Yeah, like giving them more fireball scrolls and turns and heroisms and stuff, for sure. And getting Lux helps so you have more points so you don't have to go as far up in the tower, too. First place in TOD is only worth it if other guilds are willing to tie for it. Still, it's a nightmare trying to do certain, since random players will ruin the scores. Yep. It's got to be a plan that you have before it starts. I hate when people, like, get mad because you don't want to go for the leaderboard, but they decided to do it on, like, Thursday. It's like, come on, bro. Like, if we're going to go for the leaderboard, we need everybody to be on board. You know, all 30 people. So we know we got to buy it further in the shop, so we know we got to go harder. You can't just half-ass it with, like, 10 people. Simba says it's also fun in Arena to try and make troops you would usually never pick and try to make them work, like the demon portal that summons if you have 12 or more souls. For sure, I like that too. Chad says, did you do spoilers? No, I didn't. Yeah, Takshaka's in there for us too. It's really good. You should get it probably. Jets is here. Yeah, let's look at this spoilers. That's a good idea. Let me know if you want to see a certain game mode, though. If you want to see Epic Trials, if you want to see Arena, if you want to see Underspire, if you want to see PvP, if you want to see, you know, let me know. Because I can probably play for a little bit longer. You guys kicking butt today. I'm going to latest news on gemsofwar.com. I'm going to the calendar. I can't do the spoilers like I used to do the spoilers, but I can give you an abbreviated diet spoilers. Alright, so next week we have a Suncrest week. That means Suncrest Under Spire, Suncrest Event Key Drop Table, Suncrest Weapons in the Soul Forge, Suncrest Glory Shop Troop, and Suncrest events. We have a Journey event for our guild event. Hardest guild event, Journey. It's the hardest one to get all rewards, but it gives books, so you do want to get all rewards. Tuesday we have Stone Song Erie. You know why? Because it's Suncrest week. Wednesday, we have a pet that looks new. I think is it a new pet? It's kind of a colorful, like, dog that has wings. I don't know what it's... Oh, maybe we can find it. Maybe. Is it a new pet, or is it... Oh, here it is. It's right there. It's a lebrige. A lebrige. That's the one I'm talking about. The colorful rainbow dog with his tongue out with wings. Kind of looks like Harvey. If it was black and white, if it looked like a cow instead of a rainbow and it didn't have wings, that'd be Harvey. If it had a curly tail, though, it has to have a curl at the end of its tail. If you want to know what Harvey looks like, my dog, he looks like that, kind of. But he's black and white. He's got a little bit of brown on his nose, but he's mostly black and white. He looks like a cow, kind of. Call him Harvey because of Batman, you know, Two-Face. Because he's one side of his face is black and the other side is white. And he has like a brown spot in his eye. Then the only difference is he doesn't have wings, unfortunately, because that'd be cool. I'd ride on his back and fly around. But he has a tail. His tail is curly at the end because he's got Chihuahua or something in him. He's a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix or something like that. That kind of looks like a wiener dog there, but you know, I don't know. His ears are like that. His face is like that. Body might be slightly. He's got a big chest. He's got big boobies. His chest is giant, like a. You know how like sometimes like an older man will have a pot belly, like a beer belly. He has that, except for it's his chest. So, you know, that looks pretty accurate right there. Looks like Harvey, except for he's not rainbow. And his tongue isn't like that, and he doesn't have wings. And his tail is curly. At the very end. Just like one curl. Back to, spoilers, sorry. Suncrest Week, Stone Song Erie on Tuesday. The Lebrige dog pet on Wednesday. Stormcaller class event on Thursday. Why? Because it's the Suncrest week, and that's the Suncrest class. Stone Song Erie on Tuesday. Why? Because it's a Suncrest week, and that's the Suncrest faction. Why is it Alabridge on Wednesday? Because that's a Suncrest pet, and it's the Suncrest week. See how it works? The weekend event has nothing to do with what kingdom it is. It's a expanded faction that weekend, next weekend. It is for Sea of Sorrow. The 16th to the 18th of January. That's what's up next week. Suncrest Week, Journey Guild Event, Stone Song Erie on Tuesday, Alabridge Pet on Wednesday, Stormcaller on Thursday, and Sea of Sorrow Expanded Faction event on the weekends. We get a 6 troop for Sea of Sorrow. Spoilers done. Let's see what y'all are saying. Do you guys want to see anything in particular? Thank you, Chad. You guys are awesome today. Like Sana with the info on the Soul Forge and the PvP ending, and then Chad with the spoilers. Appreciate it, mods. You mods. You. Scarfade says, Talk Shaka in the Forge today. Yep, for us too. Starless here. Jets is here. Arena? I could do that. Starless says PvP and Underworld teams. Jet says, not sure if I already mentioned, but the troop Cryptbound White is in the Crypt Keeper's Chaos Portal. That's good information too. Yeah, those faction troops, like the 5th and the 6th faction troops, do eventually get put into the Chaos Portals, and that's usually the best way to get them fully ascended. You don't want to be wasting orbs on those. You don't want to like buy way up in the shop or anything with gems. That's way more expensive. Like using a bunch of gems or orbs on those new faction troops is not the way to go. You just want to be patient, wait for them to go into the portals, because you're going to have nothing. What else are you going to do with your shards at that point? Once you have like everything done, the only thing to do with your shards is to get those new troops. So don't waste your orbs, don't waste your gems, use your shards when they get into the drop table. It's kind of hard to know when they're actually in there, but it's not really like when you waste keys to see if something's in the event key drop table, that's like really annoying, but to waste shards to see if something's in the chaos portals, not that bad. And usually it's like 2 or 3 months after. Like, obviously don't do it the next week. Or, you know, the same month. It's going to be a couple months. Scarface says it's easy, just gold medal the Tomb Knight and spam a spell and use skeleton to kill. For which one? I must have been talking about something. Yoke says on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, what is your confidence level on your Guild Wars team? I don't know. I tried to not say that I wasn't confident in it this week because I've been going undefeated, and then people don't use my team, I feel, because I say I'm not confident in it. But that's just how I always feel. When you build a team from scratch and you're taking it into Guild Wars and you're like recommending it to people, you're never going to be like 100% confident. So, like, let's compare it to last week. What did I have? What was last Guild Wars team? I had the Bane of Ambition one. About the same as last time. Not the same as last time. So I'm never like 10 out of 10, that's for sure. Cause obviously, like with my Guild Wars team, you could get entangled. There's no way to cleanse. It could have a slow start. But that's just me like being super hard on my team. Like I don't want you to think like if you're. Here's the other side of the coin. Most people aren't fighting like super tough guilds, right? This team will score the highest out of anything. Nothing is going to score higher than Savage Hunter, Lord of Slaughter. Tell me I'm wrong, please. Nothing will score higher than that. So for most people, my team's the best if you want to get the highest score. And then it's even good against hard guilds, tough guilds. There could, you could run into something for sure. I probably wouldn't bet money on it that I'm going to go undefeated, because I could run into some Takshakas or a Maelstrom Dagonath or something that they could get a quick start. A Goblin team could do something to me, like they did the one time. So I'm not a 10 out of 10 for sure, but I don't know. Probably like 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, something like that. About the same as last Guild Wars, but like I consciously like made sure I didn't come into today like saying, oh, I don't know guys, like I'm not super confident, because I feel like last time nobody wanted to use my team because I came into the week saying that, and then I went undefeated and got second place in my guild, and then the Guild Wars before that I was probably saying the same thing and I got Paragon. So try not to do that. So me not being me going, oh, I don't know, guys, is like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Usually. Alright, so what, anybody say anything? You got entangled a couple of times? Oh, no. Then it's like, you got all the summoning, so, you still got the Savage Hunter shot you could do. You could still do something with the weapon to maybe cleanse it, or you can still cast Lord of Slaughter as long as you have alignment. Even when you're entangled, you can still do the Lord of Slaughter and still get some damage to go through. But yeah, I get it, man. Like, if you get entangled, that's why I have Orpheus on, too. So make sure you use 1 Anu and 2 Orpheus, or 3 Orpheus. You gotta make sure to have Orpheus, for sure. Because that's the fear, that you're gonna get entangled, or... But Lord of Slaughter can still do damage through entangle. If you can keep it on, if you get entangled, but then you can like somehow keep it on your turn while you're entangled, you can still win. It'll just be slower. Or maybe you let your freaking first slot die if it's entangled and you summon something else in and now they're not entangled. And then you have two summons as well. It's not just one. So you're not gonna like lose your first two troops back to back real fast and then have nothing. You could then do Queen Moonclaw, summon a Null, and then maybe get another one. I don't know. It's got backup plans for Entangle, but I don't think, the restriction is tough. The restriction is tough. People are using wonky, weird stuff this week, so that's the best I could come up with. You said Arena? Okay, Arena, PvP, Underworld. So we'll do a poll. That's the best way to handle that. Start a poll. What to play for rest of stream? PvP. What'd you say? Underspire or Underworld? Probably Underspire. Underspire, right? Is that what you meant? I doubt it. Underworld is too vague. Underspire is more specific, and I think that's what you meant. People get those confused all the time. So do I. Arena. Start poll. And I'm talking like, 15 minutes or so. We'll do something for 15 minutes or so. Or however, if it's an arena, then we'll do all 8 fights. If it's PvP, we'll do like 8 fights or so on each one of them. Whatever one I pick, we'll do 8 to 10 fights. And that'll be it for the day. While you guys vote, I'll just poke around here. Deed of Fire. I'm trying to replenish my gem stack. I've been taking a lot of tributes, but I haven't been on like totally 100% every hour. For the first couple days of the year, I was. Ooh, you got VIP keys in your adventure board here. Should probably do that. It's my XP booster. PvP. If that helps with the poll at all. Let's do this so I don't miss it. When I get done with this, I'll end the poll. This is the only way I ever get VIP keys. So if you see me with VIP keys, don't think, oh man, he finally spent money on the game. Nah, they just must have been on the adventure board, because that does happen sometimes. You guys thought of anything to do after the new account playthrough's over? That's the main thing on my mind right now. Other than just having a good month this month and hopefully not having a bad month. That's always on my mind. But, we are a third of the way through the month already. Isn't that crazy? It's freaking January 9th. Came quick. I made sure, though, the first week not to complain. Because you guys did awesome last month. And I'm not complaining now. I'm just making you aware, maybe, third of the way through the month here. I got some gnomes. Do those count? Was that actual Battle Crasher gnomes, or is that just... I think it's just not. Those don't count, do they? Nope, they don't. No bag. Don't get tricked and think you're actually getting versus here. Those are, not Battle Crashers. I'll show you when I get done. If you get no verses, because otherwise I would have got one of each verse here. Let's see, you don't get any. They're not Battle Crashers. Alright, got that. Alright, let's see what y'all voted on. I'm going to end the poll, so if you want to vote, you better vote. Right now. We got 6 votes. There's like 20 people here, and we got 6 votes. Nobody else wants to vote? You guys just listening while you work super hard at work? Y'all just listening while you're making lots of money doing something productive at home? Are you exercising? Maybe you're doing push-ups and you can't vote right now? Is that why? Maybe you're caring for somebody like an angel and you can't vote right now? Maybe you're on the toilet, the turlet, and you're just listening from the other room? So you can't vote? I get it. Same way you can't do a gap. Like, ah man, just making too much money right now. I can't run a gap. Just being an angel right now. I can't run a gap. I'm busy at work. I'm just listening on my headphones. I can't vote on that poll. Sorry. I got my elbows deep in manure here. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. All right, it's Arena. So I get to show my skills in Arena. Let's do it. I haven't played Arena in a while, though. What if I'm rusty? Where is it? There it is. This is something in the game they need to make better. The rewards just aren't good. The game mode is fun. I like it. It's challenging. It's a good change of pace, but the rewards aren't worth it, you know? It's just unfortunate. There's no event anymore for Arena, you know? All they had to do to fix that event was make the rewards better and make a leaderboard. It wasn't even that hard. They're sometimes the devs, I think they're dumb. I'm like, what? It's not even that hard, dude. Just add a leaderboard with really good rewards and then, like, at least double, triple the current rewards, and people might play it. Believe it or not, I think I'm going to use Sir Gawain here, because Secra, we would have to get lucky and get a bunch of elves. Red Reaver, we'd have to get lucky and get a bunch of Taurus. And Sir Gawain is kind of a mana generator with a summon, so he would prevent us from losing. Which in Arena, that's an actual thing. Outside of Arena, I don't like this kind of troop. But in Arena, I think I'm going to use them. We got Sir Gawain. He's going to make blue and brown. We got Bone Damon, who's blue and brown. Deal 10 damage to an enemy. Deal double damage if there's a Bone Storm. Create a Bone Storm. We got Silken Fang, who does use blue. Deal 8 damage to an enemy, boosted by webbed enemies. If the Silken Queen is on my team, deal 10 more damage. And we got Wandering Monk. Let me use Bone Damon. Sir Gawain makes the exact colors for it. It's probably the strongest troop anyway here. Alright, so we got Sir Gawain so far. We got a summon that's making blue and brown. We got Bone Damon, who uses blue and brown, does damage. What else do we need here? Jackalope, Mana Burn, transform all yellow gems to blue. Clockwork Sphinx, destroy all gems of a chosen color. Probably gonna use this. We'll have to get a common that does damage though. But like that's not very much damage anyway, and this doesn't do damage. So I think it's Clockwork Sphinx here. Sometimes you just gotta pick the best out of the three, like your team. Okay, we got Musketeer, deal 8 damage to an enemy, that's it. Priestess, really need damage right now, not Priestess. 13 or more yellow, so 9 damage pretty much, because there's probably not going to be 13 or more yellow. I like the 6 mana cost for 8 damage, or 11 mana cost for 9 damage. I think I'm going to go Musketeer. Even though he's not great, he's all we got. And you know me, I don't re-roll. I'm not going to keep re-rolling until I get a good troop or something. I like to use what they give me, because I think it's fun. Alright, now what? I might put this in first slot. And then we had to put Musketeer ahead of Sir Gawain. He can still catch blue down here. Put Sir Gawain in third slot, maybe? None of the traits matter. I don't even know why I'm looking at them. We want to protect our damage dealers and our summoners, so I'll put Clockwork Sphinx in first. I think that's the way to go. Alright, let's see if I can win. Arena. Alright, we need to get up Clockwork Sphinx, probably. It'll help get up everybody else. But you always want to try to do the best move you can do. Either way. So you want to look at everything. Like, we got red and green right here, but we don't use green, so that doesn't really matter. But maybe... Nah, it doesn't give us purple. We got green here, we got red here, we got brown. We got purple, we got blue. think I'm just gonna go with the... What do they use? They use... Okay, they used all the colors I use. I'm just gonna go with... I don't know. Nothing's looking great. You can get red and purple right here. Okay, so I kept looking until I found a good move. So we get red, which we use, and purple, which we use.
Mana surge.
And that's gonna be the difference sometimes. Like, these fights are hard, so you gotta really make sure you're getting not just one color match, if possible. Because sometimes, like, this guy is hard. Like, I wish he was on my team. Like, we're gonna have to kill him pretty quick. You know, this thing's annoying. Like, I could lose this first fight. Like, the team's kind of annoying over there. So we really need to get going here. We gotta be careful. You don't want to lose your first fight in arena. That's horrible. And you're one fight down already. You only get 2. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Not much. This blue right here? Is that it? There's like one move on the board? Okay, well.
Mana surge.
Alright, got purple extra turn. Cool. Got brown here. We got green up there. We don't use green. We got brown here. We got yellow. Yellow. I'm just going to do the brown right here, maybe. Get up Clockwork Sphinx. Okay, now, there's 15 yellow on the board. There's 10 red. Red would get up Musketeer and give a little bit to Sir Gawain, or we could just get up Sir Gawain right now. He will do blue and brown. Not like a ton of blue and brown, though, but there might be after we do this. Or I could get up Bone Damon and cast that. He's almost up already. I think I'm going to do red. But you could, you know what you could do? And you could look for a color that, when you remove it, it does something. Like board control type a deal. But I don't really see anything like jumping out at me on that. So my first thought was to do yellow and get up Sir Gawain. We would also get a lot of armor based on that, right? Probably like an armor, like in this mode. I think I'm gonna do yellow. That's my first thought. Okay, we got a Bone Damon. We need to start hitting that first slot up there, if possible. Let's do it. Okay, now we'll do this, because there's quite a bit of blue and brown, right? Ooh, there's an extra turn. This is a guarantee, so... I mean, this is when you do this, though. Even with this extra turn here, like, now's the time. I think I'm just going to cast it. Ooh, I got it. Okay, we got to match this, red. Got free skulls, sweet. Darkborn Warlock is dead. So we're going to take these skulls and kill it. They got an extra turn off that, but they don't use blue. And I killed one of their best troops, so that was worth it. Like, we could remove brown with this and get green, but we don't use green, so that's just a like example of what you could do with the destroy. Like we could remove green and get red if we needed red. I wish this was a color, then we could remove that color and get an extra turn. But probably should just shoot our musketeer while he's up. And who's the second most dangerous on their team? Probably this guy, Pride Hunter. So let's shoot him in the face. Alright. It's probably this. What are we gonna cast it on? Green would give us red, but we don't use green, so usually you want a color you actually use. We could just do red. I don't know. What do we got? 13 blue, 14 green, 11 brown. So probably blue or brown. Sometimes you just do whatever color's the most. Could do blue and just get up Bone Damon and then shoot their first slot and kill it. Let's do that. Or it does its thing, which is annoying. think it's gonna silence and all that. It's annoying, so let's kill it. Okay, now they just got the 2, and we're probably pretty good now. We still have a summon if we need it. I probably don't need to be as careful at this point since I'm pretty much winning now. Just take brown, get up that. Let's cast it. We got red, we got yellow. Let's go with the 12 yellow would not fill up Sir Gawain. Could look for something. Nah. We could do Bone Damon, and Bone Damon would be blue. I think I'm just gonna do red. Let's get up Musketeer. Plus it gives us a lot of armor and keeps us alive. And nothing on their team's doing true damage, so the more armor we get, the better. Let's go ahead and do the skulls. Or is this gonna end? Because I could do double damage here. I could do 20 damage. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll give them the skulls for now. Because I know exactly what they're about to do. It's skulls, and they're not gonna kill me. They're only gonna do 6 damage. And I can do double damage right now and kill them. So it was worth it. Okay, we got Musketeer. We could fire on that Rune Smith guy. We got an extra turn.
Mana surge.
Skull damage. Skull damage.
Mana surge.
Musketeer. We got 2 HP left. We just need to get a damage dealer up. So we could do red, or we could do blue. Let's do blue. Bone Damon for the win. It's the first fight. Arena does take a minute, but they took the arena event away. Yes, like the actual event. We used to have an arena event on the weekend. Beg says, hi, your team gave me 5-0 versus number 1 guild. Before your team, it was brutal beatdown on Thursday. Yeah, let's go, Beg. Exactly what I want to hear. Good to hear, good to hear. And makes me look good. Makes you look good, that makes me look good. And I appreciate it. What'd you use on Thursday? Hopefully it wasn't the team I put out on Monday. Because I was just, me guessing, kinda. Red extra turn. We got yellow and purple. So, that might be the best move. Let's do it.
Mana surge.
Yeah, yoke. I think you already said that too. I do appreciate it. Thanks, man. That's why I put the video out, because I know I said a different team on Monday, and I'm like, dude, I gotta hurry up and do this Guild Wars and like get it out there for everybody. I'm just trying to help. Like, I didn't have to put that. Like, that video is not giving me anything, you know. Like, it got like 200 views or something. Like, nobody did any like super thanks or anything. Like, it's just for you guys, like, to help you guys win. Purple and blue. That's pretty good.
Mana surge.
Now it's members only, that video from yesterday, but you got to see the team today on the live stream, so it's still out there for everybody. I just want to, like I said, I want to keep the channel clean with Gems of War on live tab and EverQuest on video tab, so I didn't want to clog up the video tab with a redundancy that the same team's out today. Alright, their team, let's look at it. Sharptooth. I like Sharptooth. I wish I had that. Skeleton's good. Man, they're throwing me against good teams. Ooh, Rock Spirit. I think we got to get rid of Rock Spirit. That thing's annoying. This thing can crush your whole team in one shot if you don't watch out. Luckily, they're mana blocking it, so I have time to get rid of it before it casts. So let's go ahead and hit it with the Bone Damon. Rock Spirit's one you want to... If Rock Spirit's an option for your offensive team, you want to grab it because it's really good. Alright, we got green into brown into green, which... Or maybe not. Which I don't use green, but that's a lot of cascading mana. probably just do... Let's just do red. It's a lot of red. Get both of them up. Got skulls. Like, I could just let them take the skulls to waste their turn, but I could also take skulls and then do musketeer and kill their first slot, or I'm just gonna take the skulls. Why not? And they still hit me back with skulls, of course. All right, we're trying to kill their last slot down there, so let's do the musketeer on their last slot. And now we can do this. 12 and 12, that's really good. Might be the best you can get. Let's get rid of this stuff. We might as well take the skulls to kill the Sharptooth. Sharptooth is a good one too, I would pick. Ooh, extra turn. Alright, now we do this. Did not get an extra turn, but we did get a lot of mana. Let's kill their Rock Spirit. Even though it's overkill, I might wait. Maybe I'll wait till I get Musketeer and kill it. I could get Musketeer right here by casting this on red, and then I won't waste the Bone Daemon on it. Let's do that. We'll get a little bit of armor. Get the Musketeer up. And now we'll kill the Rock Spirit with the Musketeer. That way we're doing 5... You know, this does 10, while this does 8. So I wanted to utilize the Bone Daemon for something else. Let's go ahead and kill it. Okay, now we better kill the skeleton next. Alright, it's dead. Nice. And Bone Daemon on this. Now we just gotta finish them off. Yellow would be cool. Let's get some yellow. Yellow would be cool. As long as there's nothing else. Up there is, see? Gotta wait and see. Alright, we got him. They're entangling me, or else I could kill them with skulls, maybe. Nope. Come on. Let's finish them off. What do we need? Okay, that's good. Let's do this. Kill them. And we win! 2-0 so far. We got 4 fights to go. We're allowed to take a loss before we lose. Savage Hunter is a beast. Starla's walking on the treadmill while watching. That's good. I've been working out a little bit so far this year. Trying to ease into it. It's like the older you get, the more injury prone you are. You don't want to like go super hard on the first of the year if you haven't been doing stuff. So I'm trying to ease into it first, and then I'll go a little harder. Alright, we'll take blue and hope for brown to fall from the sky and get an extra turn type stuff, maybe. Might be the best move. Didn't happen, but you gotta try. Remember, you gotta try. It's better than not having a chance at it. We already got some blue, so... Okay, let's look at their team. This guy, not too bad. This guy, okay. Their team is, like, alright. Like, it could kill us. But we just need to kill one of their damage dealers, and I think we'll be good. Dang, I was hoping that'd fill. Alright, let's do some skull damage. Maybe we can kill their first slot. Okay, what's he doing? Destroy a row and deal 7 damage to the first enemy. Okay. Probably need to get up my first slot. I probably should have done that right away. Because I can get some armor. Oh! We need to get it up. I don't want it to die before it casts. Come on, dude. No! I knew it! For some reason, I just knew they were gonna do that. Alright, we gotta get Sir Gawain up now pretty bad. But this thing's gonna mana burn. We gotta cast... Oh boy. We might be in trouble here. Okay, good, good, good. Hopefully that gave us an extra turn. That'd be cool. We need Sir Gawain bad, but there's no yellow now. Poop. Alright, I need to kill this thing. This is gonna be a close fight. We can get blue into blue. Okay, we got Bone Damon. Oh boy! We really need to get... I should probably work on it now. I need this summon. Better not kill me right here. About to cast this so they don't mana burn me. Oh boy! Oh boy! Come on, Sir Gawain! What are you doing? How's that? What? How's that thing hitting so hard? With this stupid mana burn. Oh boy, I hate to lose that early. Alright, you see me lose an arena. I didn't think that little jackalope could hit that hard. I didn't even have that much mana. Oh, now we gotta face a goblin and a wraith and... Come on. Come on, Cinny. I haven't played arena in a while now. Let's be my excuse. Arena can be unpredictable, though. That's why I love it. Because I can definitely not... I could lose. I really can lose here. It's like one of the only spots in the game where I'm not sure. Other than like Guild Wars and Fear Faction. See, I gotta get up my first slot. I feel like that's the key to victory. Like last time I didn't do that. We have to get up our first slot because we need a bunch of armor so we can survive longer. Alright, we got 13 purple. We could just get it right back up. Let's do that. It's a good start. We got 13 blue. That's cool. Let's do that. Definitely the key to victory, the freaking Clockwork Sphinx. That was my mistake last time, if you want to know. Did not get up the Clockwork Sphinx fast enough, and I was concentrating on other things, which was stupid. Now let's kill their first slot with this. Maybe. Let's get rid of it. Okay, we'll start working on Wraith, maybe. Kill Wraith. We could... Nah, that ain't gonna work. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's do this. Hoo! Ching ching. Ching ching ching. Shing shing shing. Shing shing shing. Shing 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 shing. You guys know what that's from? Probably not. 14 browns, pretty good. We can just get it right back up, which is nice because it gives armor to the whole team, and then it gets to go again. Bone Damon. I think this thing's the only threat now, right? That's dead. This thing can't do anything except for be annoying and gain life. Let's go with blue. It's got 20 HP. Dun, dun, dun. We got a Bone Storm. Boom, 20. Alright. It's coming down to the wire. We got 3 wins, 1 loss. We gotta win 4 in a row pretty much to win. But we know the key to victory now. We're gonna Clockwork Sphinx above all else. Unless there's a crazy extra turn or something. Okay, so we get this. And then we can take this and get brown and skulls, which is pretty good. First slot almost dead. We can get yellow and purple right here. Unless there's something better. There's Clockwork Sphinx. We got 12 yellow. That'd fill Sir Gawain and give us the most armor. We could do 11 red, which is pretty close. Let's just do... Or we could do 11 blue and get Bone Damon. It's only one less. Let's do that. Ooh, and we got an extra turn. And another... Playing Arena because the chat wanted me to. We're done with Guild Wars, and we did Tower of Doom. We did a little bit of Adventure Board. Just filling you in if you're just joining us, maybe. Alright, Bone Damon. We probably don't want to hit first slot because they only got 4 HP. This thing does true damage, which is kind of a threat because our team is kind of based around, you know, getting a bunch of armor. So let's shoot on that. Alright, we got 14 green, 16 yellow. Let's just do... We need more damage. We need to get Bone Damon back up, maybe. It's only 2 blue, though. But the roundabout way to do it would be yellow. Get up Sir Gawain, but then he'll be... Okay, he does blue. He does the same amount, even in webbed. So we'll do yellow. 3 skulls, cool. Quit casting that, please. You're annoying. Alright, I think I'm gonna... Let's... I guess we'll take the skulls. 2 for the price of 1 there. Let's just kill it. Or it casts. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Dead, nice. Alright, I think we're good. Can't do that because it's webbed. Grab this. Shoot him with the musketeer, maybe. And then... Can get the musketeer right back up. Maybe do it again. Good thing he can't barrier himself. Blue extra turn. Yellow. Let's just do musketeer again. We might be able to kill him with the... Yeah. Alright, let's go! I know what mana burn is based on, and I feel like... Dang, 14 damage. So that's pretty good in Arena. I didn't know mana burn was that good in Arena, because outside of Arena, it's trash. But that's kind of how it works with Arena. Like, some things that are good in the main game aren't good in Arena, and some things that aren't good in the main game are good in Arena. So I guess mana burn's pretty good in Arena. I just didn't know that. I'm used to thinking, oh, mana burn, that's nothing. As long as I don't have a lot of mana. As long as I ain't, like, fully charged, I'll be okay. But just having any mana against that Jackalope was bad news. So I shouldn't have took that mana for that Sir Gawain, but I did. I underestimated the mana burn, basically. Alright, what do we need? We need Clockwork, freaking Sphinx. So, but of course there's no purple. But let's take the yellow right here, so maybe we can hope to get purple at least. Nope. Alright, we need purple and brown. Bad. 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 Let's take this yellow, so the next match we could take brown, but they might do it. But it's better than nothing. At least try to set up some brown. Alright, we got it. Some brown. Here's some purple, too. There's some brown up here as well. So what do they use? Do they use any purple? No. So let's take brown. Because they won't match purple. Let's take the browns out of here. Because they won't match it. Save the purple for later. Now we're later. Alright, now I just need to... We could do yellow. We could do red. Let's do red, I think. Because then we'll get a damage dealer up and Sir Gawain. And it's only 1 less. Get all that armor. Alright, who do we need to kill? 7 damage. 7 damage and blue. Those could be bad. Because they could start looping. I think we need to kill the worm. Let's shoot on that worm. If it keeps casting, it could just loop on blue forever and kill you. It's stupid. Like, how it happens sometimes. And we're putting blue on the board, too, so we really need to get that out of here. So let's kill it right now. Just like, not the only threat on their team, but it was the biggest threat. Alright, Bone Daemon. We can start going after their first slot now, probably. It's almost dead. It's dead. Oh, I should have took that extra turn. I'm dumb. I got excited. Got excited to kill them. Alright, if we cast this, I think we're good. Okay. 14 red. That's the way to go. I think we're good with this fight. Yellow extra turn. We got skulls. Can knock their barrier off. Just knock it off. Knock it off. Let's kill it. Alright, now they just got this. 9 damage, which is nothing to scoff about, but we got lots of armor, and that's not going to hurt too bad. Let's just do this. Put some colors up we want. Boom. And what do we need? Just need to match. At this point, we don't need to. We're not gonna sit here and stare at the board. We just need to match and win. Only got 1 troop left. We got lots of armor. Let's do blue. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Beg says my Monday team was Savage Hunter, Minnows Cleaver, then King Storm plus King Minos. Savage Hunter kept getting entangled, and my third Orpheus did nothing. Not good. Sucks as you could still have the same problem with my team, you know? Like, entangle is an issue. I haven't run into it yet, but I think a little bit one day, but I still prevailed. Like I was telling somebody else earlier, like, Lord of Slaughter can still hit. You can still cast Lord of Slaughter as long as you get an extra turn and still do some damage. And then, like, your weapon could give you a good positive stats effect that might... Can it bless? Like, it might bless it off there. It could, I don't know. Then you have summons, too. So there's, like, 3 different... And then you got Orpheus. So I thought about it. It's just... You could get unlucky and none of that stuff could work, I guess. The Orpheuses could not cleanse. The weapon could not do a good positive stats effect. You could lose before you can summon. But they have to entangle you first, and then you have a few things you can do. It's not like you're totally helpless, but you know what I mean? Alright, so they got a lot of brown. They got another worm, and they use purple. So we need to take brown off the board. I'm going to take this purple and get brown too, though. We need to take brown if we see it for sure here. Brown and purple. Let's take blue for now. There's no brown or purple. Brown and purple, come on. Gotta cast that Clockwork Sphinx. This'll give them brown, won't it? Is there anything else I can do at all, though? I can take red. Brown, purple, come on. No? Alright, just green. So I want to start shooting that worm, because I feel like it's the most dangerous. Like, this guy's... I mean, the Siren's bad, too. Like, they have a good team. But I think the worm could loop us to death, which I don't like. He's got to cast our Clockwork Sphinx. Please.
Mana Surge.
I'm gonna do purple, hope for brown from the sky. Got it, but yeah, I still needed it. Up, here he goes. Oh boy! See what happens? Oh my gosh, I might lose now. Might lose. Starts to loop. Monster Gawain. Alright, we're hanging in there. Okay, I can kill the worm now, at least. Let's do this. This. That. And then kill the worm. At least the worm's out of here, but they still got Siren, which is scary. I guess it's not too bad. I thought Siren did true damage for some reason. Alright, now what? We could get up Musketeer, but he can't really kill anything yet. We could get up this. Eliminate 3 attack and explode. I hope it gets up. If it don't get up, that's gonna suck. Okay, at least it got up. Ooh, and it did skull damage and killed. So close! No! Oh my gosh. Okay, but she's dead. We're still we're good. That was a close one though. It's arena for you. Close fights, never for show. We win. Okay, one more. I'm either gonna win or I'm gonna lose. Oh, I won. I didn't know I was done already. All right, I won arena. You're allowed to lose once. You're allowed to. It's fine. You still get same exact thing you would get if you didn't lose once. Losing twice is what you don't want to do. See how you get 2 skulls? So losing once does nothing. You're allowed to lose once. So I won arena. It's good for trophies, but trophies are nothing. And like you see how long that took. So, you know, you get like 6 trophies a fight. So it's the best per fight. It's the most trophies, but the fights take so long that, you know, it might not be worth it. And trophies aren't good. I don't like trophies anyway. I would never tell you to farm trophies. I think it's stupid. Glory keys. The main thing is the offer you get after the arena. That's like the only reason. I mean, I got Deeds of Nature. People out there might need those. And it's like isn't that like a reduced rate too? 270 gems? Maybe. So that's a pretty good offer right there. I'm not going for green at the moment, and I'm trying to save up gems, or else I would do it. But imagine you're on your first green, like the Magic Kingdom, like Zolkari. Like, that'd be a good one right there. I think this offer can give you pretty much anything, right? It can give you medals, steeds. So special offers remaining today. I was considering maybe doing some arena, like at the time where I was buying every offer. And that's my main thing right now. I need kingdom level and power. Like, the only way to get more offers would be to do 3 arenas a day. But you could also just run Explore 1 and get a bunch of merchants too. So, you know, the only guaranteed way to get 3 extra offers would be arena. But like most people probably just run Explore and try to get merchants instead. Alright, I better go. This has been a really long stream, right? 2.5 hours. Holy cow. So, yeah. Let's catch up in the chat, and then I'll say goodbye. Jackalope for the win, I know. Mana burn sucks. Thank you. I like showing my skills. We did Guild Wars. We're undefeated 10-0. We did an arena. I won it on my first try with the first team with no rerolls. Don't get much better than that, other than maybe like Pure Faction 500 or the highest epic trial fights or something like. Yeah, one of those. The only way I could show my skills even more today would be if I faced a real guild, I guess. And then I did Pure 500 and the hardest epic trial maybe. But Arena, Guild Wars, Epic Trials, Pure Faction, those are the hardest things in the game. And we did 2 of them today. But like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. You're good about the channel down below. And I'll see y'all next time, which will be tomorrow for the new account. The new account will be doing Guild Wars, opening vault keys, and playing Guild Wars. And yeah, that's the single player event, so there's really nothing else. Tower of Doom, Guild Wars, and opening vault keys is what the new account will be doing probably. So hope to see you there tomorrow around 10:30 a.m. EST. Thank you for joining me today, Chad, Juan, Trey, Simba. We got the Clip Bomb, we got Beg for Mercy, we got Starla, Yoke the Ham, Jets, Got Simba. We got Chad. We got Odd One Out. Scarfade was here today. Let's go. We got Jets. Yoke. Chad. Starla. Simba. Yoke and Tyrion and Sauna and Trey. Simba. And Sean was here. Sean was here today. Simba and Tyrion and Trey and I know Anita was here. I'm trying to find her name though. Anita was here, you know? I know Anita was here. I just don't see her name. I think she only said one thing, so maybe I just missed it. Nah, because she gave a super... I don't know what happened. Maybe my chat crashed? But special shout out to Tyrion Shark who did the $2 on the Ghost Train. I did not forget about that, bro. Sauna with the gifted. You're a legend. You and Tyrion. You and Chad. You and Anita. Thank you, Anita, for the gifted. You're a legend. And Trey, thank you for the 5. You're a freaking legend as well. Appreciate it. Keeping the channel going, helping me and my family. Lights on, doors open, all that good stuff. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Good luck in Guild Wars. Be careful. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.